Hey, Happy New Year 2022, wow, holy wow, wow, it's 2022, and I predict it's going to be the best year ever, better than 2014, which is my all-time favorite year ever in my life. Let's just see, wow, I am going to end my third year off and starting my fourth year of being a YouTuber, wow, and many more to come. So hey, if you are new to my channel because it's a new year, my name is the Accessibility Guy, aka Warren. I am totally fine with letting you all know my name because usually after 2.5 years YouTubers unknows their names, so why should I? I started my channel on May 17th of 2019. I really wanted to become a YouTuber and doing YouTube since, as you can see from my other videos that you see, I really like to talk about Apple. I almost become obsessed with it. I just really truly love Apple. I have been collecting Apple devices for quite some time now. So for now I am doing one video per week. Mind you, tell you in advance if I can't make a video that week. Just letting you know about that because it's a new year. I am going to do something brand new. I am going to put on a hoodie and glasses for my welcome video and my first video of the year. So how do I look? And got 3 pinball machines in the background. I was planning on going back home on Tuesday night this week, but we decided to stay up here because school for me and Sue is online for 2 weeks or more. 2022 is not off to a great start with COVID. Later in this video going to cover off the first COVID stats of the year and predictions. So because it's my first video of the year, so that means another year of Apple and the Apple tech world. So Apple usually have 4 events or keynotes per year, but as of the past 2 years Apple did 5 events during the year. So last year in 2021 Apple did one in January that surprised us all, which is crazy. Lots of us didn't expect one in the first month of the year. Usually Apple does their first one of the year in March. But Apple did their first one almost exactly a year ago today, about 51 weeks ago on January 14. So let's see if Apple will do it again this year. We shall see. So Apple did another one in April. Their third one was in June, which went for a week 5 days, their 34th WWDC, which WWDC stands for Worldwide Developers Conference. Thoughts Apple's biggest one of the year. Their 5th one in September, and their last one was in October 2020. They did one in November. So let's see what 2022 has got in store for Apple. Here's our list of products and things that they usually release during the year. iPad 10. I just wonder if it's going to be called iPad X, because in 2017 they released iPhone X. iPad Pro 5. I am waiting for the iPad Pro 6 to come out next year in 2023 because it's rumored to have a 14-inch screen size on it, which is just like a laptop. So I am hanging on to my old iPad 6 until that one come out, which I expect it to come out like all our pads do in March 2023. So when Apple will release iPhone 14 models, which will be iPhone 14 mini, iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro, and iPhone 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 13 was way better than iPhone 12 in 2020. So Apple rumored that the notch will be just a pinhole on the iPhone 14 models of phones. Apple made iPhone 13 had a smaller notch at the top of the phone. Apple also will be releasing Apple Watch Series 8 later this year along with watchOS 9. Apple will also be releasing iOS 16 on the first day of their 35th WWDC this year, and with everything going on I don't know if they will have in-person attendance after 2 years like Tim Cook said that they would. But it will be online too. I really love and enjoy the conference. On my iPod Touch 7, which I don't really care about. I updated to iOS 15 last year, betas, and because Apple announced that iPod Touch 7 will be supported for another year, I am really happy about that. I will do the same as iOS 15 beta is going to update it to iOS 16 and share my thoughts about iOS 16 on my video. Last year, iOS 15 was just like iOS 7. It was really huge overhaul of the whole user interface. Right away, as soon as I downloaded iOS 15 beta on my iPod Touch, I said, even Nana and Grandma's can't understand how to work iOS 15. It's bigger than iOS 7. So I don't expect iOS 16 to be as big as iOS 15, but you will never know. iOS 16 will come with drop support for iPhone 6 seconds, iPhone 6 seconds plus, iPhone SE first generation, iPad 5 and older devices. Sorry, iPhone SE had a pretty good run, a whopping 8 years, which I have got right here and doing a review after the final iOS 15 update will come out. There's a rumor, and hopefully it happened this year, and redesign with their Apple icons from square to round ones like what Android has. Some people really wanting to see that change, so maybe settings might be alphabetical, which from A to Z instead of random letters, which would be nice to have. Move apps more easily, like not be in one spot, but move and have gaps between apps. Apple is now more and more than Android user interface. Battery percentage on Face-ID phones, which you can't do it except on Touch-ID iPhones like my old iPhone 2, which is not old, only almost 2 years old. I call it old because I am using my iPhone 13 Pro Max as my current and main phone, and I really love it. I really do. A terabyte of storage space is wow. I have got, even with all of my apps and stuff on it, 968 gigabytes in it. So wow, but wow. I won't probably ever use the full terabyte of space, which can store up to 1 million photos on it, which is really something. Interactive with iOS 16 also expected to come with split view for iPhones like iPads, like so. I can't show you using my iPad to record my video, but you know what I mean, and Sideover is rumored to come out with iOS 16 in June with Beta 1, and with to the public in the middle of September. Redecided control center, like what Apple did when Apple released iOS 10 for their big 10th anniversary of iOS, which iOS 15 expected last year to come out with a revamped control center. I personally like iOS 9 control center better because it's more simple and easy to use, but I gotten used to the new control center when iOS 10 came out. It has been 6 years' time for a revamped version of Control Center. No offense, but I think that Android need to revamp their Control Center on Android 13. Maybe they have done it already with Android 12, but my dad's Motorola Egg Plus phone haven't received the update to Android 12 yet. It's still on Android 11. But some people want for Apple to put back so you can directly turn on and off Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or cell service, not just delayed it until tomorrow like what Apple did with iOS 9. Yes, I really want this feature always on display by bringing the refresh rate down to a very low setting like what Apple has done with the Apple Watch Series 6 and 7 for iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pros and iPhone 13 Pro Max, which my phone can have that feature. Android is way ahead of Apple on that feature. Apple also is expected to release a new battery health feature where there is no longer a percentage of what battery health you have left. My iPhone 13 Pro Max is at 97%, which is very good. Android doesn't have that, so yes, Apple made a feature not available on Android devices yet. Now Apple last year surprised us and me with the iPod Touch 7 getting low power mode and battery percentage features. But they hadn't brought battery health to the iPad and to the iPod Touch 7. This would be a feature I really want for quite a while now, not just on iPhone, so hopefully Apple can do it when iOS 16 comes out at the end of June. Because I really am curious how good the battery is on my iPad and on my iPod Touch 7. Some people are obsessed with their device battery health going down to 99 from 100. To me, it's not a really big deal. I just get a battery replacement when it's at 80% or lower. You should really care about the battery. And I think that my dad's phone needs a battery replacement if someday I want to buy it off him. I haven't bought it yet. I sometimes use the phone and know how to work it, but I am in the Apple world, not in the Android world. Some people want to have an AirPod app like the Apple Watch app, which I got here. I use this to control my Apple Watch. iOS 16 will remember to add a color for each and every notification that you get. For a text message is green, and maybe for phone maybe orange, something like that. Many people want the ability to change font sizes within apps. You can do so under Settings, scroll down to Display and Text Size, and if you want it bigger than this you can do it under Accessibility. Another thing is able to pause while recording a video instead of stopping the video, and also while taking photos. If you want, you could have your music on at the same time. Pretty cool in my mind. So we shall see if we get those features, or some of them, in iOS 16, when it will be released later this year. As far as the first iOS update of the year, I don't know when that will be, which I think will be iOS 15.4 next week or the week after. iOS 15.3 was the final iOS update of 2021 and was released on December 14th. So I am expecting on Monday the 17th Apple will release iOS 15.4. I know I planned on continuing talking about celebrating Apple's 15 years of Apple iOS with iOS 10, which there's a lot of stuff about iOS 10, so I just want to show you it by a screen recording of iOS 10 using iOS 12.5.5, and this phone is totally fixed. I fixed it myself. I am such a genius, but it's still locked by a random iCloud account. But someday I want to remove it, but not today. Many people want the ability to change font sizes within apps. You can do so under Settings, scroll down to Display and Text Size, and if you want it bigger than this you can do it under Accessibility. Another thing is able to pause while recording a video instead of stopping the video, and also while taking photos. If you want, you could have your music on at the same time. Pretty cool in my mind. So we shall see if we get those features, or some of them, in iOS 16, when it will be released later this year. As far as the first iOS update of the year, I don't know when that will be, which I think will be iOS 15.4 next week or the week after. iOS 15.3 was the final iOS update of 2021 and was released on December 14th. So I am expecting on Monday the 17th Apple will release iOS 15.4. I know I planned on continuing talking about celebrating Apple's 15 years of Apple iOS with iOS 10, which there's a lot of stuff about iOS 10, so I just want to show you it by a screen recording of iOS 10 using iOS 12.5.5, and this phone is totally fixed. I fixed it myself. I am such a janoos, but it's still locked by a random iCloud account. But someday I want to remove it, but not today. So sit back and enjoy watching this for 8 minutes while you listen to this mix made by me for this video. It took me quite a while to make. I made it using iMovie app on my iPad, then downloaded onto my phone.
Dark side, light this bitch up. bitch up.
So wonderful a world of COVID-19, but not really. So 2022 is off to not a good start at all. On Tuesday in the US and whopping 1 million cases reported, which is unreal and unbelievable. Never thought that in the history of that in my life. Wow, that day the US set a new worldwide daily record, which is really bad. Let's see how the first COVID update of 2022 is it. Today worldwide, this time last year we were only at 35 million cases, and nowadays wow, 279 million, wow. This is going to be a short COVID update because time is a ticking, and I need to go to bed soon. So last year's death count was at 1.7 million. This year we are almost at 6 million people died worldwide from the virus. Recovered last year only 10 million. This year that number is at just hit a milestone, which is 250,000 people has recovered from the virus. But overall in Canada most if not all schools have been shut down and moved back to online learning. Monday was the first day. It is just like deja vu. We had this a year ago today right after the Christmas holidays, and by the way I had a really great second COVID Christmas. Canada has reported for the fourth strike day in a row more than 10,000 cases has been reported. Omicron is sure a really bad one, the worst wave of COVID ever, but I think that this is the end of COVID once and for all. I am predicting that 373 million people will have COVID by the end of the pandemic, and we will hopefully have a normal Christmas this year. We are all praying for Christmas 2022 will be COVID-free, and for my special day in September. This is really exciting news. I will be turning 25 in September, which I am so happy and excited about. My plan is mid-February we'll start planning for it. Well, there you go, my first video of the year. Hopefully to everyone it will be a way better year than 2021. This is the year of the end of COVID, yippee. And I am going to end off with a song that is my favorite song of all time, written by one of my favorite artists, Ryan Stevenson. Take it away. If you want to subscribe to me, hit that subscribe button, and until always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Sorry didn't know how to do an end screen on my iPad, but next week I will do it again.